Welcome to SalesEra's Navigating the Eon of Marketing podcast, your go-to source for practical tips and tools to grow your business in the digital world.
Hello and welcome everyone to the new episode of the SalesEra Show, Navigating the Eon of Marketing. I'm your host for today, Tulsi Shetty. In today's digital world, almost everyone is creating content, but just putting content out there isn't enough anymore. The real goal is to get people to take action, whether that's clicking a link, signing up, making a purchase, or by even just engaging with your post. So let me ask you, have you ever spent hours working on a content only to see no results? No clicks, no sign-ups, barely any response? If you've been there, don't worry, this episode is definitely for you all. Because I've got a fix for why your content isn't converting. Because at SalesEra, we don't believe in generic tips, we talk about what actually works. From clear strategy to simple storytelling, we help make digital marketing easier, especially for B2B brands, so that you can stop guessing and start seeing the real growth. So whether you are a marketer, a content creator, or someone who's just starting out, this episode will help you understand what's going wrong with your content and how to fix it. So let us start right from the beginning. What does it actually mean when we say content that converts? It's simple. It's content that doesn't just sit there looking pretty, but it actually drives action. Whether that's someone signing up for your newsletter, downloading a guide, booking a discovery call, or making a purchase, it pushes them to take a next step. There's a bit of a formula behind that. Great conversion content isn't just created by chance. It's crafted with purpose. It usually ticks a very specific few boxes. First, it should have a clear purpose. You're not just creating for the sake of it. It should move your audience forward in their journey, whether they are new to your brand or just about ready to buy. Secondly, it uses a persuasive language, not in a pushy way, but enough to make the person on the other end go, "Hey, this actually sounds very helpful." Then there's timing. You tailor your message depending on whether someone is just discovering your product or already considering it. That's called aligning with the buyer journey. You also need strong calls to action. You can't just expect people to know what to do next. So guide them clearly. And of course, it has to be part of your larger strategy. Because if your content isn't connected to your overall goals, it's just a noise. Lastly, format matters. You want to make sure your content is landing in the right way, be it through landing pages, reels, blog posts, or emails. It has to be structured with an intention. So, in short, content that converts is thoughtful, strategic, and tailored, and it works with your audience and not against their attention span. Now that we have got a grip on what a good conversion content looks like, let us talk about why it sometimes just doesn't work. Because even when you think you have done everything right somehow, the numbers don't just add up. The clicks don't come, the leads don't land, and the conversions don't happen. So, what might be going wrong? Well, maybe your content just isn't clear enough. If your audience doesn't understand what you're offering or what you want them to do, they'll scroll right past it. Or maybe the navigation is too clunky. If someone lands on your website or post and has to work too hard to find what they're looking for, they're gone. Another big one, mobile optimization. We live on our phones, and if your content doesn't look good and function well on mobiles, you're missing a huge chunk of your audience. Whereas sometimes the issue is urgency. If your content doesn't give people a reason to act now, they won't. It's that simple. There's also the matter of how your product or service is positioned. Weak messaging or lack of clarity on why it matters, that's a deal breaker. And here's a biggie. Are you actually speaking your audience's language? Because if you're using a jargon or sounding robotic, you're going to miss the emotional connection with them. Then there are the CTAs. If your call to actions are buried, confusing, or just weak, it's like putting out an invitation but forgetting to include the time and location. And lastly, it might just be that your content doesn't feel engaging or trustworthy. No testimonials, no proof, too much fluff, or too much clutter. It's enough to make anyone bounce. But the good news is these all are fixable. So let us talk about how do we actually fix all this. So let us go step by step. First, know your audience. Like really know them. The first fix is simple but powerful. Understand your audience deeply. Don't talk to everyone. Talk to that one person your offer is made for. And when you do, use their language, not corporate lingo, no buzzwords, just real and relatable words. Your content should speak to their problems, not your product. When someone feels like you get them, they listen. And if your content helps them solve a genuine struggle that they're facing, that's a win and that's a connection being built. Secondly, make your CTAs clear and strong. They need to be loud and clear, not aggressive but obvious. Tell your audience exactly what to do next, whether that's book a free consult, grab your guide, or even reply to this email. And remember to place your CTAs very smartly. Don't hide them at the bottom of a long page. Make sure they are visible and easy to act on. Sometimes adding a little urgency helps too. If there's a deadline or limited seats, do mention it. People need reasons to act fast. Next, remember to build trust first and then ask. Conversions don't happen without the trust. So before you pitch, focus on building that trust. Show social proof, testimonials, client success stories, and some recognizable logos. And let people see that others have trusted you and benefited from it. But also, be human, be real, and share what your brand actually stands for. Show them your journey. And always offer value before you ask for anything. Share tips, teach, or help them. When people feel helped, they are far more likely to stick around and convert. Next, match your content to the buyer's journey. Here's where strategy meets timing. Someone who just discovered your brand doesn't need a 20% discount code right away. They probably need a blog post, a short video, or something that's educational. Something closer to buying. They need that offer, that final nudge. So, map your content to different stages: awareness, consideration, decision, and make sure you're serving the right kind of content at the right time. And don't be afraid to test new things. Try reels, try carousels, try long form blogs, and then check your data. It will tell you what's actually working for your audience. The next important thing is to promote smartly. Creating great content is just half the battle. The other half is getting it seen. So, don't just post once and hope for the best. Share it across all of your channels, email it in your list, post it in your communities, and collaborate with people. And yes, it's okay to repeat yourself. Repetition builds recognition, and recognition builds trust. Also, make sure to make your content SEO friendly. If people can't find you, sorry, they can't convert. So next time you're creating content, ask yourself, is my funnel working the way it should? And before anything else, take the time to audit your entire content journey. Check where your audience might be dropping off and patch those cracks. Now, let us talk headlines. Don't settle for boring. Craft titles that spark curiosity and make people want to click. Remember, your headline is the hook. It either drives them in or drives them away. Also, always remember, your audience isn't sitting at a desk. They're scrolling on the go. So make sure your website and content are fully mobile friendly. If they can't view it smoothly on their phones, you've already lost them. Speaking of experience, clean up that layout. Keep it clear, focused, and easy on the eyes. Clutter confuses, and confusion kills conversions. And use visuals very wisely. Choose images and graphics that enhances your message and not distract them from it. And hey, don't just build an email list. Nurture it. Stay in touch with your subscribers through thoughtful and valuable content. Let them know you're not just popping in to sell, but you're here to help. As for the CTAs, always test them. Try different words, different placements, and even different colors. A tiny tweak can make a massive difference. Got a piece of content that worked really well? Repurpose it. Turn it into a blog, a reel, or a carousel post. One idea can live multiple lives and keep performing for you all. And the golden rule? Be consistent. Be genuinely helpful, and most importantly, be you. People connect with people, not just perfect brands. So, let us revise the points you need to consider if you want your content to actually convert. So, here's what you have to do. Start with clarity. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Don't make your audience guess. Know exactly who you're talking to and speak their language. Use words and tones that resonate with their world. Make your call to actions bold, simple, and impossible to miss. Don't just hint, but guide them clearly. Then, smooth out the whole experience. Whether it's your website, your emails, or your landing pages, make the journey enjoyable and hassle-free. And finally, earn their trust. Give real value, share real stories, and let your audience see that you're not just another brand, but you are a real voice they can rely on. And that brings us to the end of today's episode. I hope you are now better equipped to not just create content, but to create content that converts. If you found this episode helpful, share it with a colleague, a friend, or someone who's been struggling with content that's not converting. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram @SalesEra Global for more updates and resources. Did these tips help improve your conversion game? Tag us, messages, and let us know, because we would love to hear from you. Until next time, I am your host Tulsi Shetty, and you've been listening to the SalesEra Show, navigating the eon of marketing.
Thanks for tuning in to SalesEra's Navigating the Eon of Marketing podcast. Stay inspired, stay innovative, and we'll see you in the next episode.